start recording again.
Alright, this is the safety leg. And all you do is pry it out a little bit. Comes off, and we'll put that in the camper before we put it up. To put it on, you just simply push it on, up, start one side, put the other side around. And just simply stop it from falling down. This is the safety cable. You ask when it goes all the way up. This will be open when the thing's going up. When you see that this cable's tight, that's when you stop. So just simply tighten it like that, that's when you want to stop. We will pull that out of there because it is pretty strong. We'll pull that out of there if you want to extend it, and you'll hear it pop, and it'll scare you, so don't try not to do that. Cable hookup for the park. If the park has cable to the TV, this is where you would hook it up. This door always stays open. Once the top is up, you can't close this door on top of this door. The step goes up, push it in. That would be the way for transit. Pick it up, pull it out when you get to your camp spot. The lights would be brighter if we was plugged in, but right now it's operating off the battery. You do have a battery switch here. Tells you how much battery life you got left. Right now it's pretty weak, so it doesn't show much. You have what they call a night light switch, which the night light is on the floor. And then the other one is the overhead lights. They have plenty of gadgets in here. These lights would simply clip to the bars, and then you can plug them in. And the plug-ins, you would have a fan and a light. They have two of these, three of them, one for the slide out even. So you would hook this to that bar, and then you'd have a fan and a light, and then they come down to the side. This one is going to be that port. There's the fan. 2-speed on the fan. You can also clamp it like this. That one's going to have a port, same spot right in the center. Probably behind that curtain.
Is that one on the light there itself?
Yep. And then this one's going to be on the light as well, on the side there. Then they have, this is a stool for when the dinette's set up. You don't have to make this big step. It'll be 2 steps up. And at night you can push it out of the way so nobody falls over it. This is a bed, of course. It will go up into a dining room. It does have, I'm not sure what this is, it's never been opened. To me, this kind of looks like it might be walls for the awning. It's never been opened, so that's probably what it is. Stakes to stake the awning down to the ground. All you'll need is rope. There's no rope in there, but when the awning comes down so the wind doesn't take it away, you can tie it to the ground. This would be a rack for a certain grill. I don't know why the grill's not with it. But they do have the separate hookup or wall mount out there for the other style grill. So if you want an outside grill, you can buy one and stick it up out there. inside the drawer. And I think this is the other part of the awning. I'm pretty sure it's going to be the awning wall. That's going to be a cover. Not real sure what that covers, but it covers something. So never seen anything like it. Privacy curtain. It just rolls across the top. Rolls right across the cabinet. Okay, the stove. Once the LP is on, I don't know if it is on. We'll see here once. I'm going to turn it on.
What do you do to turn it on again? You turn it on
to
the light.
Yep, and then you can adjust the flame height after it's lit. The AC, we're not plugged in.
So now that's off.
Yep, you just
That
turn.
only is doing that spark one's only doing anything while you're touching the knob.
You don't even have to press the knob. You just turn the knob, and it's got an igniter that goes out there and lights the flame. To do the oven, I use a long-handled lighter. You would simply turn this to pilot. It's about like the water heater. Press in and hold, light the pilot light, let it burn for 5 to 10 seconds. After the pilot's lit, you would simply just turn it up to what you wanted, and it would turn on. So that's how you'd use that. More storage down here. And more storage here, more storage behind you. The refrigerator, now that the gas is on, there's 3 selections here. The first one is what they call auto. So if I was plugged into 110, it would automatically go 110. If I unplugged, it would automatically switch it over to gas. You have electric, which we're not hooked up, and battery. So if we go to auto, it's going to go to gas. If you listen real close, you can hear it ticking. And it's trying to light. Now it's lit. It does have a lock on the door, so it can't open on you in transit. It'll only take not very long for it to get cold. If you felt inside the ice box, that's the first thing it gets cold. It'll get there pretty quick.
So how could you tell it was on?
If this light is solid, then the gas is on. If this light is flashing, it means it's not working.
Oh, okay.
If it goes for so long, it'll actually go into a sleep mode. You simply turn it off, turn it right back on, it'll run that cycle again. If there's air in the line, or if you switch the tank out or something, it gets air in the line. Sometimes it could take up to 3, maybe 4 times of trying it. The first thing I like to do is get the stove going, get that gas flowing to here, and then try to light that, because then it doesn't have much further to go before this lights.
So when you first turn it on, does it blink and then it goes solid?
Yes, it'll blink, and that's telling you it's igniting. If it doesn't go solid, that means it didn't light. So if you're plugged in, you automatically go to the plug, and it fires right off the, it goes to the electric side and it starts working immediately. The battery, it could use 12 volt. If you're hooked up to the truck, you could use 12 volt instead of flame. Some people don't like to use the flame going down the road. You can use either or, it doesn't matter. So that's how that works. The lock is on now, so it won't open. You slide it over, Opens up. This here is cold, the coldest. Cold being straight up, coldest being all the way over. So that'll do that. There is a plug-in up here. I'm gonna have to take my shoes off and stand up here. It's too tall for me. This plug-in's got little bitty clamps up here. It's kind of a P-clamp. The cord will come down. Then you got one more P-clamp here. Then what they normally do, they'll unzip this only when it's up. And you have to take this cord out every time that you use it. You would simply unzip this and you can send it right down through here. It comes right down to this plug, snake it down through this. Only plugs in one way. And that would be a 15 amp plug-in. You can plug other things in there if this isn't plugged in, so you could still use it like a regular plug, but this is the only plug-in that this AC will work off of.
That's the AC plug?
Yes.
Oh.
So if I was plugged in, I could plug this in, AC would kick on.
So you only want to do that when you have a battery? I mean, not battery, but when you have electricity?
When you have the short cord plugged in. Then
you don't want to do it on gas or battery?
It doesn't work on gas or battery. It's only a 110 AC. And then before the top goes up, you want to put this back up here. As you can see, there's the P-clamp. You push this up through there, and then the same thing on this side. Just like that, and then the curtain hides it all. So that's the plug for the AC. You have a carbon monoxide detector right here. If the battery gets low, it'll beep once every 30 seconds. That's just letting you know the battery's low. If it beeps more than once in that 30 seconds, the carbon monoxide detector's bad. I just put this one in, so this one is going to be good for a long time. To change the battery, you simply twist it, comes right off. Battery's right here. Pop this off, 9-volt battery, done deal.
How long do they usually last?
6 years.
Wow.
So, depending on the maintenance, if somebody lets it keep running dead and keep running dead and keep running dead, sometimes it shortens the life of the carbon monoxide detector. So, if we was hooked up the short cord, microwave, pretty self-explanatory. It's got a turntable in here. What I like to tell my customers, when you're in transit, I like to take this plate and flip this plate upside down. Gets it off the rollers and doesn't work on the transmission in transit. Makes the transmission in these last a lot longer.
It won't slide around like that.
It'll slide, but it's not going to go anywhere with the door closed. So, but the plug-in, if you ever wanted to unplug it, it's right through this hole, and the plug-in's right there. Your TV hookups are also in there. If you was to have a TV up here, you would run the cords down through here. The hookups are right here. So.
What else could you plug in there other than a TV?
Radio, maybe a toaster, hair dryer, something like that.
Okay.
You'd be able.
That's what I was wondering, if you could do like a hair dryer or hair curler.
Yep. So that would be that. We've got an LP detector down here. The only 2 times you're going to hear this is if what we call the house battery, it's the battery out front. If that was low and you weren't plugged in, this will beep to let you know the battery's dead. If it beeps other than that, it's smelling LP, and that means get out of here. Just open as much as you can without breathing in too much of that LP. So that's the only 2 times you're going to hear.
Open as much as you can. What, the windows?
Leave this door open, let it air out. If you could put down a couple windows, let the LP get out of here. First thing I would do is go out and shut the tanks off if you smell that. Turn the tanks off, kill the LP, and get somebody over to find out where the leak's at.
So how would you know the difference again?
If
it was your battery, your main battery.
If the battery's dead, it's just going to do a single beep, and if it smells LP, it's going to go beep 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 beep. I mean, it's loud.
So it just does single beeps.
A single beep just once would be a low battery, and if you hear this sound,